The Corsair Xeneon Flex is a monitor that has been on my radar and wishlist for quite some time. Being the world's first bendable gaming monitor, my 19-year-old self definitely wanted it, and well, here we are. What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is pretty special because today I'm reviewing the Corsair Xeneon Flex 45-inch gaming monitor. This is something that I've been waiting a very long time to do, so I hope you guys enjoy. Like I said earlier, I've been wanting this monitor ever since it came out. I held off because a few people seem to be getting a lot of issues on the first few units that released, well, at least on multiple forums that I was reading on. I just let everybody else find the issues. Unboxing the monitor was fun and simple. There's instructions directly on the box to show you how to open the monitor easily and safely so it doesn't get damaged. There's also a QR code on the box that brings you to the quick start page for the Xeneon Flex. The monitor looked great. There's nothing wrong with it cosmetically. It's sleek, black, shiny, and a brand new product. The front of it looks simple and modern, while the back looks advanced and mechanical. The arms are supporting the screen, and they're also the governors for its bending feature. The middle stand holds the monitor tall. It also contains the brains. All very nice to see. The items that came with the monitor are the AC adapter, or the brick, its feet, the AC adapter to monitor cable, some documentation, a DisplayPort to DisplayPort cable, a USB-C to USB-C cable, an ultra-fast HDMI cable that I will not be using, and a USB-C to Type-A cable. Now, inside the document pouch was a paper that shows you the screen test that they performed before shipping it out. Every monitor is different due to the nature of OLEDs, so your test may have been different. There's also a safety and compliance pamphlet in the style that everybody loves, and the warranty guide. The guide also has a QR code that brings you up to the quick start page. The monitor is 22.75 inches long, 44.75 inches wide, and 18.1 inches tall, so not exactly 45 inches. It weighs 15.25 pounds, and it has the ability to angle the screen down 7 degrees and angle it up 15 degrees, 22 degrees in total. This is really good if you're someone who has a standing desk. Its maximum bend radius is 800 millimeters, or 31.5 inches. The screen's refresh rate is 240 Hz, that's pretty fast. And it also has the 3440 by 1440 or ultra-wide QHD resolution. It also includes NVIDIA G-Sync and the AMD equivalent. I really like how Corsair included both for different GPU users. The Xeneon Flex also has fantastic connectivity. The front panel has two USB 3.1 Type-A ports that has the ability to move up to 5 gigabits a second. There's also a 3.5mm audio jack to plug in headphones or a small speaker. There's an input selection and power button, and a 5-way joystick type of controller for navigating the on-screen display. The rear offers two HDMI 2.1 inputs, a single DisplayPort 1.4 input, a USB Type-C DisplayPort alternate, and Upstream port that can move up to 5 gigabits a second. More on that specific plug in a few. There's two USB 3.1 Type-A ports as well. They're also able to move up to 5 gigabits a second. There's another USB Type-C port that is not a DisplayPort alternative, but it is also Upstream capable and able to move up to 5 gigabits a second. And right under it is the DC in. The two USB Type-C ports that are Upstream capable are the ones that connect directly to your computer from the monitor to allow power to be delivered to the USB ports on your monitor via Upstream and Downstream. Upstream means receiving power and data. Downstream means delivering power and data. That roughly translates to your monitor is a USB hub, display, and audio out at the same time. It's best to connect the Upstream port to a port of the same type and speed on your computer. This could be done with the included USB-C to Type-C cable or the USB-C to Type-A cable. I went ahead and I got my setup changed to accommodate this new flagship of a monitor. It matches my setup perfectly. Not too much had to be moved, and I even managed to stick my MM700 under it. I had to lift the monitor using LEGO Technic wheels so it doesn't crush the mousepad's filament though. The wheels do a very good job at supporting the monitor's weight. Speaking of support, I would like to give a big thank you to my entire subscriber base and the people who keep up with and watch all of my content. It is because of them why this video is up in the first place. I do try very hard to make great quality videos with the resources I have in hand, so doing something as simple as tapping a subscribe button can always help me out and support this channel for years to come. And if you change your mind, you can always unsubscribe by tapping the same button. Thank you guys so much again for supporting me. The monitor is very fun to curve. There's these handles that you pull out, then pull in towards you to curve it, and push out away from you to flatten it. You also don't have to 100% curve it, just set it to whatever you want. I'm going to be using this flex feature a lot, so I really hope this screen won't deform. Its 800mm radius curve makes for a very immersive gaming experience. The monitor does indeed hit and hold its 240Hz speed, and the frame drops are due to my GPU lagging behind. Though a discrepancy I would like to point out is, for some reason, the monitor isn't consistent when it comes to brightness. It doesn't stay at a set brightness and it constantly jumps around, no matter what settings I mess with on the on-screen display. It doesn't change anything. And on top of that, when the brightness is working, it's really dim. And this is supposed to be fixed with the newer monitors rolling out with the updated firmware. Now, I'm okay with the dim screen to an extent because it makes my horror game experience a little bit more terrifying. But when I'm playing a game like Satisfactory or Minecraft, it's pretty annoying. The on-screen display is kind of funky looking and void of life. It has multiple settings you can mess with though to get your screen's color, sharpness, and picture quality to whatever the limits it offers. There's also preset modes if you have no clue what the fuck you're doing. One of my favorite features on here though, absolutely has to be the picture-in-picture and picture-by-picture. This makes it so that I can have a smaller desktop in any of the corners on my screen. I can also play split screen with anyone on here too. This feature is available on most ultra-wide monitors, but it feels very different on this one. It also looks different too. There's also the image retention refresh option, and this makes it so that burn-in doesn't occur, or at least slows down the process. The monitor will recommend you do the refresh process if you haven't done it for a while, or if the screen has been on longer than 8 hours. I went ahead and set it to the picture settings I wanted, and I started gaming. The quality and sharpness of every image was exactly where I wanted it to be. On my older ultra-wide monitor, it never looked this great no matter what I did. I played multiple games on here: Doom Eternal, Subnautica, Minecraft, Satisfactory. This monitor has over 50 combination hours worth of gaming and video editing on it, and it's been doing great. I like the curve feature for gaming and the flat feature for media and work. The curve for me looks like a heads-up display in a video game, and the flat looks like a tablet that you perform a ton of duties on. My opinion on it is pretty solid, and very positive. Well, I mean, I'd hope it is. Corsair put a fat price tag on this monitor. You know, when it first came out, and even now, it still costs a lot of money. When it first came out, it was $2,000. Now it costs around $1,200. They finally dropped the price because of all the problems it first rolled out with, and the fact that just people weren't buying it. One of the issues the majority of people had with this monitor on rollout was the lack of IQ support. Corsair said and promised that there would be IQ support. There was the IQ logo on the item's product pages on sites like eBay, Best Buy, Amazon, and even their own website. It was also posted on the box too when you receive it. Corsair never implemented IQ support, and they still don't plan to. One of the motivating factors for a lot of people who purchased this monitor was the fact that you'll be able to connect it and tinker with it in IQ. I mean, there's a lot of USB connectivity on here, why wouldn't they do that? And, well, they weren't happy when they found out that Corsair wasn't sticking to their word. Corsair has since covered their ass about it, because, well, that was blatant false advertising, but you can still find pictures online of the product pages, the boxes with the IQ logo on it, and many of the forums that talk about it. And on top of that, the Xeneon Flex was up there with many competitive displays that were not only cheaper, but also faster and more customizable. I mean, yeah, the Flex can flex, but many people will trade this revolutionary feature for something cheaper that doesn't bend instead. It's still very expensive, even with the $800 price drop, and I feel like it has more to do with the Corsair brand rather than the features of the monitor itself.
Oh, but actually the monitor can bend.
Okay, yeah, but like... Now, if you're an enthusiast like me, then I recommend this monitor. It's fun for gaming and keeps you in the ecosystem. It's able to bend and basically a USB hub and audio out. It's also really big if you like that. But if you want a monitor that is fast and ultra wide, and not more expensive than your computer you're hooking it up to, I don't recommend this. This monitor is a little too expensive for what it offers. But at the same time though, you can say that about a lot of the products on the market right now. This monitor with its bending feature is one of the only ones on the market at the moment, and LG helped to make this monitor possible. That screen is not Corsair's own technology, and LG has plans on making their own. So maybe there's going to be some competitors in the upcoming years. Who knows? Anyways guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and leave a like, and let me know down in the comments below what your thoughts are on this monitor. Make sure to subscribe so you support the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one.